Okay, today's class Markantia sexual reproduction. Generally, Markantia species, the gametophyte stage is the dominant stage. Due to this reason, all Markantia species takes place the sexual reproduction. In the Markantia species, the sexual reproduction is oogamous type. Oogamous means the male sex organs like the male sex organs like the anthrozoids moves from the antheridium to and archegonium and fuse with the egg cell. This type of reproduction is called as oogamous type reproduction. Generally, in this type of reproduction, the male sex organs is called as antheridium and the female sex organs is called as archegonium. All species of Markantia are dioecious. Dioecious means the male and female thallus are separate. Due to this reason, each male and female thallus produce the different type of male and female sex organs on the dorsal surface of the thallus. This type of this type of sex organs are complete bone on the special erect and stalked branches called gametophores or receptacles. This type of receptacles bearing male and female sex organs are called antheridiophores and archegoniophores respectively. They develop at the distal end of the thallus. The gametophore, in fact, the extension of the vegetative thallus, it shows the characteristics of the thallus, that is the air chambers, air pores, rhizoids, scales, etc. The reproductive branches are produced under proper environmental conditions, usually excess of nitrogenous substances in the soil, low humidity and longer period of the emulsion of axillars, their formation. In some species of Markantia palmata and Markantia polymorpha, both antheridia and archegonia have been found on the same receptacle. Such receptacles are said to be as androgynophorous. Okay, now see Markantia antheridiophore structure. Generally, Markantia male gametophytes produce the antheridiophores on the dorsal surface of the thallus. The antheridiophore has a long stalk, means 1.3 centimeters in long, and that bears a slightly convex eight-lobed peltate disc at its apex. Each lobe of the peltate disc has growing point at its tip and they represents the apex of the branch. The eight-lobed disc is formed by repeated dichotomously branching of apex in the close succession and their condition. The disc is thick in the middle and gradually tends towards the periphery. Generally, this type of the internal structure of the peltate disc is similar to that of the thallus. The upper zone consists of air chambers alternating with the antheridial chambers. The air chambers have many assimilatory filaments and barrel-shaped pores. The antheridial chambers are hollow cavities in the disc. Each chamber contains a single antheridium and open extensively by pore. The antheridia arise in each lobe is a acropetal succession, that is oldest being near the center and the youngest towards the apex of the lobe. The stalk of the antheridiophore has two longitudinal grooves which contain rhizoids and scales also. Next one, the structure of antheridium. Generally, the mature antheridium structure looks like a club-shaped structure. The mature antheridium consists of a short, few-celled stalk and large oval body. The body has a single-layered sterile jacket. It encloses a large number of small androcytes, which ultimately metamorphoses into the anthrozoids. The anthrozoids of Markantia are small, rod-shaped or coiled, uninucleate and biflagellate. Anthrozoids are produced in the antheridium when mature the antheridia. In the disc of the Marcasia antheridia chambers produce the number of antheridiums. Each, when the mature, the antheridium looks like as a club-shaped structure. Generally, the mature antheridium consists of a short, few-celled stalk and a large oval body. The body has single-layered sterile jacket. It encloses a large number of small androcytes, which ultimately metamorphoses into a antherozoids. The antherozoids of Marcasia are small, rod-shaped or coiled, uninucleate and biflagellate. This type of antherozoids, with the help of the flagella, moves from the antheridium and reach the archegonia and fuse with the egg cell. Next, the dehiscence of the antheridia. When the antheridium completely matured, means the antherozoids are formed in the antheridium. The matured antheridium takes place the dehiscence. At the time of the antheridia dehiscence, in the presence of water provided by rain or dew drops, the water collected on the peltate disc enters into the antheridial chambers through the ostiole. Some of the cells of the distal end of the antheridial jacket absorbs water and disintegrates. The antheridium thus ruptures and the large mass of androcytes comes out of the ostiole just like a smoke column. The androcytes separate and antherozoids are liberated by the dissolution of the androcyte wall. The antherozoids swim in the film of water on the surface of the peltate disc. This type of antherozoids, with the help of the flagella, moves from the antheridiophore and reach the archegoniophore. When reach the archegoniophore, the antherozoids enter in the archegonium and fuse with the egg cell and form as a diploid zygote. Next, we see Marcasia archegoniophore. Generally, Marcasia archegoniophores all are produced on the female gametophyte of Marcasia thallus. This type of Marcasia archegoniophore, it is also called as a carpocephalum. The Marcasia archegoniophore, it has a stalk, the long stalk, this type of stalk from the 2 to 5 centimeters in long and 8-lobed disc, like the antheridiophore. The stalk and the disc show anatomically similarities with the thallus. The lobed disc represents the successive dichotomous of growing points. The archegonia are formed in acropetal succession on the upper surface of the disc. The archegonia occur in 8 radial rows corresponding to the 8 lobes of the disc. In each row, there may be 12 to 14 archegonia. Prior of fertilization, the stalk is very short and the disc is raised slightly above the surface of the thallus and archegonia are in upright position. Fertilization takes place in this position. After fertilization, the stalk of the archegoniophore elongates and there is a upswelling in the central part of the disc. Due to this swelling, there is a downward bending the marginal portion of the lobes. So the youngest archegonia come to occupy near the stalk and the oldest towards the surrounded on the another side of the curtain like involucre. The arrangement of the archegonia is completely reversed. The involucre hangs down vertically. As these changes are taking place, green short cylindrical archegonia. The alternate with the lobes of the disc. Usually they are 8 in number, but in Marcasia polymorpha there are 9 rays. The rays are curved downwards like ribs of an umbrella and they gives a stellate appearance of the disc. When mature the archegonium, looks like as a flask-shaped structure. The mature archegonium is a flask-shaped structure attached by a short stalk to the lobe of the disc. The archegonium has a broad venter and the long neck. The venter is surrounded by a single layered wall inside the venter. Egg and venter canal cells are present. The neck is made up of 6 vertical rows of the jacket cell. Inside the neck there are 4 to 6 neck canal cells. The apical part of the neck is covered by 4 cover cells. At the time of the fertilization, the neck canal cells and the ventral canal cell disintegrates, resulting in the formation of the mucilage. The mucilaginous substances absorb water and swell. The swelling exerts pressure on cover cells so that the cover cells separate. When the cover cells separate, form the one canal-like structure formed in the archegonium neck. With the help of the water, the anthrozoids moves from the antheridium to archegonium and enter in the neck canal and reach the venter of the archegonium. Okay, next we see fertilization process. Water is essential for the fertility of facilitating fertilization. Along with the splashing rain or dew drops, anthrozoids reach archegonia. Usually, the anthrozoids from the top of the long-stalked antheridophore are splashed by rain water on the discs of the still short-stalked archegoniophores. The anthrozoids swim in the film of water and ultimately reach the eggs. The fertilization of first formed archegonia occurs in the upright position. Later, when the upper surface of the archegonia becomes convex due to the upswelling, the water dropped on them flows over the edge of the archegonia. The archegonia are now situated on the undersurface. Fertilization takes place in the inverted archegonia that mature later over a long period. Next, we see the anthrozoids are attracted by chemotatic substances secreted from the neck of the archegonium. Ultimately, one of the anthrozoids enter in the neck of the archegonium and fuse with the egg. The union of two gametes nuclei may take a much longer time. So, the fertilization stimulates division of cells in the venter of the archegonium. The wall of the venter develops as 2 or more layered calyptra which surrounds the developing sporophytes. Besides venter, these cells below the archegonium also divide and redivide so that cylindrical outgrowth is formed. This one cell, thick pseudoperianth, provide protection to the young sporophyte against drought. Thus, the young sporophyte surrounded by 3 concentric protective sheaths. Those are calyptra and also another one is the pseudoperianth. The calyptra and pseudoperianth complete cover the archegonium and protect the archegonium, still the formation of sporophyte. In the fertilization process, the male and female gametes fuse and form as a diploid zygote. When form the diploid zygote, before the formation of the diploid zygote, the stages all are complete belongs to the gametophyte stage. But when completion of the fertilization process, when form the diploid zygote, the diploid zygote belongs to the sporophyte stage. The zygote is the first cell of the sporophyte. Generally, this type of Marchantia mature sporophyte complete hangs down underside of the archegoniophore. In this type of archegoniophore, the underside of the archegoniophore, number of sporophytes are formed. The young staged sporophytes are near the stalk, and while the mature sporophytes are peripheral of the archegoniophore. So this type of mature sporophytes differentiate as the three parts. One is the foot, and another one is the seta, and next one is the capsule. So this type of mature sporophyte covered with the three protective sheaths. One is the calyptra, and another one is the pseudoperianth, and next one is the pericytium. This this type of the out of three parts, the foot is the multicellular bulbous structure. It anchors the sporophyte to the disc of the archegoniophore. It absorbs water and nutrient from the gametophyte for the developing sporophytes. Okay. And next, after the foot, next part is seta. This type of seta complete is a short, thick stalk and connecting the foot to the capsule. It consists of vertically elongated cells which help in the conduction. When the spores mature, the seta elongate rapidly and pushes the capsule out through the calyptra, perigynum, and also involucre. Next one, on the top of the seta, remaining part belongs to the capsule. The capsule is the spherical or oval spore producing part of the sporophyte. It present at the distal end of the sporophyte. The capsule is surrounded by single layered jacket of sterile cells. The capsule contains spore mother cells and elaters. The elaters are long, narrow, spindle-shaped cells with spiral thickenings. When the sporophyte is matured, the spore mother cells undergo meiosis, resulting in haploid spores. When the spores formed in the capsule, next the capsule descends. At the time of the descent, after the formation of haploid spores, the seta elongates, rupturing the calyptra, the perianth, and the involucre. The capsule gets dry and splits irregularly into 6 to 8 valves along the apical cap. The rollback, the liberation of spores are assisted by the elaters, which coil the uncoil due to changes in humidity. The spores are carried by wind. When formed the haploid spores, the diploid sporophyte stage is complete. When in the capsule, when the spore mother cell divide meiotically and produce the haploid spores. When haploid spores are produced in the capsule, the spore is the first cell of the gametophyte stage. This type of each spore haploid small spherical structure. The spore wall is differentiated into two layers. The outermost layer is called as exine or exospore, and innermost layer is called as intine or endospore. The exine means the exospore, very thick and also smooth walled. The intine is very thin and also this one also is smooth walled. This type of spore germinate under favorable conditions and gives rise to the gametophyte. The spore divides to form two cells, out of which one elongates to form the rhizoid. The outer cell contains chloroplast and it gives rise to the filament of cells. The cells of the filament divide in various planes, producing a group of cells. A row of marginal cells become conspicuous at the apex. They are meristematic, and by the activity they give rise to the thallus of Markantia. Slowly the Markantia produce the number of new cells and form as a number of lobes and looks like as a liver shaped gametophyte thallus is produced from the spore. Next, last one, Markantia life cycle. Generally, Markantia life cycle complete shows as a heteromorphic alternation of generations. In Markantia life history shows as a two stages. One is the gametophyte stage and another one is the sporophyte stage. Gametophyte stage, haploid and independent stage and dominant stage. And also sporophyte stage is the very short period stage and also diploid stage. So this type of gametophytes takes place the vegetative and also sexual reproduction. Generally, Markantia gametophyte, the vegetative reproduction takes place by tubers, adventitious branches, and gemmas also. The time of the sexual reproduction, Markantia gametophyte produces two types of gametophytes. One is the male plant and another one is the female plant. From the male plant, produce the antheridophore and female plant produce the archegoniophore. From the antheridophore produce the number of antheridias and archegoniophore produce the number of archegonias. From the antheridium produce number of androcytes. This type of androcytes divide and produce the number of anthrozoids. The archegonium also produce the egg cell. At the time of the fertilization process, the haploid anthrozoid and the haploid egg cell fuse and form the diploid zygote. When form the diploid zygote, the stage is called as sporophyte stage. From the zygote to formation of the haploid spores, the in-between period complete called as sporophyte stage. When form the zygote, this type of zygote divide mitotically and produce the sporophyte. So this type of mature sporophyte having the three parts, one is the food, seed and capsule. In the capsule produce the number of spore mother cells. The spore mother cells divide meiotically and produce the haploid spores. When form the haploid spores, the gametophyte is restarted. The spores germinate and produce the Markantia gametophyte. In this total Markantia life history, the gametophyte and the sporophyte stages comes alternately, and also gametophyte and sporophyte stages morphologically different. So this type of life cycle is called as heteromorphic alternation of generations. This is the Markantia life history.